เย้มา Upper Etching ต่อก็มีเวลา2 ชั่วโมงกว่า2 ชั่วโมงครึ่งก็ดูสิว่าจะได้ถึงกี่ดาวควรจะได้2 ดาวเป็นเป้าหมายของเราถ้าไปถึง3 ดาวเลยก็เอา
Plagiarism is not a belief system. Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework.
ไม่จบเทอมแล้วมีต้องจ่ายอะไรมากกว่านี้
Frequently asked questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on. End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth. Cheers, cheers! On 2-Point Radio, forget what you're doing and give in to the saccharine melodies of my voice. I am Sir Nigel Bickleworth, and you may... You just made a wonderful decision. The finest radio show in town, coming right up.
Students are reminded that this is the fun part. The academic year is starting soon. Was there anything we wanted to do? Enjoy your summer. I know I will. The yearly results are in. Wow, didn't we do well? frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension. You students should make a good first impression. No pressure. Now taking students for countercultural studies. Welcome to the start of a new year. I'll be your host. Hello.
This week on Sir Nigel Reviews, we'll be talking about a modern beat combo, a group that call themselves the Helium Baboons. I must admit, while it may not be my usual cup of beef tea, for contemporary mindlessness, and that's what this is, it was not as bad as most of today's dirge and drivel. Helium Baboons, not as bad as I feared they would be. 2 shrugs out of a possible 5.
Education is non-refundable. Is reminded to stay hydrated. Announcement. Plants need water, remember? frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you.
It's time for Spill the Tea, where we take some finely dried hearsay from our shameless county and strain it for all the precious nectar we can. Education Minister Tarquin Foxbridge is under scrutiny for describing 2 Point's youth as ambitionless nitwits, and I can see why. I can only hope that it's an abridged form of the full quotation. It would be remiss of him to forget that they are also loud, foolhardy, crass, smelly, and generally hopeless.
Students are reminded that I'm not your mum. Students are reminded to set reminders. Announcement. Hitting the box doesn't mean what you think it means.
What am I going to do with my life? I just don't know.
Orb.
What?
Come to an Orb Foundation Learning Center and replace your mind with the power of the Orb.
Oh, amazing. I'll do that then. Thanks.
University gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt. two places at once. No unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you.
And now, for the results of last week's sonnet writing competition. I must say I was appalled, if not surprised. They were lacking structure, they were lacking soul. Some of you wouldn't know an I am from a dactyl. We'll be rolling the competition on to next week, so send in your sonnets. They can't get any worse.
Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless.
Hello,
We are
hi.
approaching the end of the academic year. Try not to worry. The academic year is over. Students must vacate the campus. Summer break would be a convenient time for construction. End of year results published. Now.
เออ
The timetable is not written in stone. Still, we're not changing it. Welcome, new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us. Doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you.
ได้เวลาเท่านั้นแหละ
pursuits. Well, it's really very large. The Bigglesworths, after all, come from a rich and prestigious line of people on and near horses. That being said, feudal aristocracy use their hands far too much for my liking. The swordsmanship, the adventuring. Have you ever held a lance? It's a chore. If you're so important, why are you doing all that work? Rule smarter, not harder.
Announcement. We've just completed a marketing project. Where your class is it really worth going? Skills are non-transferable.
It seems that Agatha Sphere and the Orb Foundation are targeting the county's colleges in an attempt to appeal to a younger demographic. Those orb-happy loons must be subdued at all cost. But wasting their time trying to brainwash our brainless students seems like a terrific diversion. I'm so glad we found a use for our horde of unwashed undergraduates.
Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. Staff are reminded to be inspirational. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
And now for the segment we call Agony Answers. You provide the agony and I'll provide the answers. This week's problem is from Helpless in Hogsport. I'm stuck in my bathroom. I think the doorknob fell off. What should I do? Well, I'd start by contacting someone under less anonymous circumstances. Perhaps a friend or the local authorities. Best of luck and so on.
This is a test announcement, not a real announcement. Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry. We've just completed a marketing project. Nicely done. Warning, stupid questions will make you look stupid. End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying. The academic year is over. Students must vacate the campus. The summer break would be a convenient time for construction. End of year results are now available. No unauthorized panicking.
Felicity Bellbottom speaking for you, the students, in every sense, on campus radio. Up next, we'll be talking about power napping, comforting dream, or confusing nightmare. Find out after this.
Hard work may or may not pay off. ask questions. No, I will not be your friend. New students should make a good first impression. No pressure. Announcement. The timetable is now live.
เกรดแล้ว
Lots of students struggle to get enough sleep. That's why Campus Radio's very own Maggie Watmore has been trying out the latest techniques to fit some much needed rest into a busy schedule. That's right, I've been trying out power napping, the day's craze sweeping through campus like that fungus in the showers. For those of you that don't know, power napping, or turbo kipping, is a practice that allows you to sleep on the spot, grabbing some valuable rest time between classes. I think I almost did it for a moment, but then I realised I was 45 minutes late for a lecture. But no, yeah, I actually feel really well rested.
Distracted students should pretend that they're listening. Students are reminded to have the time of their lives. Students are asked not to ask questions. this, please drink some water. Thank you.
Now, the story of an arts college with no paint in sight. Hugh.
Yes, the students at Fitzpocket Academy were supposed to be taking a class in oil painting this year, but their funding allocation has shifted, and so too has the earth beneath the feet of their expectations. I was lucky enough to speak to one student.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but it's all right. I'll just take the class next year.
A brave face on an even braver student. This is just another story of student funding crushing the hopes and indeed dreams of some fine art students. All they wanted was some paint. But for now, the funding has dried up, and with it, the oil paint well.
Students are reminded that you came here on purpose. Students are reminded to find themselves. The more you revise, the longer you've been revising.
New to the Cromley student range, unfoldable pizza. It'll fill you up without filling up your cupboards.
Oh yeah.
Cromley's unfoldable pizza. It's a fraction the size of your average frozen pizza.
Whoa.
And when it's unfolded, well, you've got yourself a whole pizza. Just like Mama used to make.
Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me. ask questions. No, your chicken should not be pink. Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately.
Two Point County Professor Hercules Cheesewater recently came under fire after publishing work they found on the bus. The professor has now responded to the allegations, saying, "Inspiration can come from the strangest of places." So true, Professor. In fact, I find all my coursework on public transport, proofread and ready to hand in.
End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying. Summer break would be a convenient time for construction. The academic year is now over. End of year results published. Now. Staff are reminded to care about students. Announcement. The campus just got bigger, not necessarily better. It's not your year, it's just another year. Students should check in before trying to learn.
introduce map ใหม่ Urban Bunker Breaking Point ก็ Run the Grab นี่น่าจะเป็นอันใหญ่สุดของเราด่านสุดท้ายนั่นเอง 80 เอิร์น 25
If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Not to
โอ
me.
เคเพราะฉะนั้นก็มีชั่วโมงหนึ่ง
Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time. We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine. Students are reminded that some grades are personal.
Welcome in to Campus Radio. Today's show is brought to you by the Orb Foundation. Sign up at your campus today. The orb is the perfect shape and the perfect solution. Please read anything they make you sign, okay? Okay.
Frequently asked questions. No, I've not seen your frog. Has opened a new building. Good for us. There's a fly in here.
คือมันเดินมาไม่ถึงเนี่ย
Words are long, and writing them down can waste precious study time. But what's the alternative? Over to you, Maggie.
โอเคนี่แหละเดี๋ยวต่ออีกวิดีโอเลย ก็เล่นให้ได้3 ดาวเลย แต่มันน่าจะนานอยู่ Hmm.